Good morning, student. Welcome back to digital electronic class. In today's class, we are going to discuss the concepts which we have left in the previous class. That is the same continuation we do have. That is nothing but we are going to discuss about the flip-flops. In the flip-flops, till now we discuss about SR flip-flop, by using three approaches we have considered SR flip-flop. One is by using the NOR gate, NAND gate, and by using the clock pulses. So we have designed the latches, and the same thing when we give a clock pulse, that is become the flip-flop. That part we have covered, and we have seen that we got two conditions in it. One is when you had S and R, when you want to write the state of it, Q and Q bar. So when both are 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 or 1, 1, right? So for this particular condition, 1, 1 and when both are 0, 0, this condition, the status of your bits is what? Invalid, you can say. This is invalid, or you can say that bits are what? It is no change, or you can say invalid only, because there is no change, both are same. So this is also, we can say that invalid or not changing, or you are keeping the bits as it is. So this should not be there, right? Whether set is 0, reset should be 1, or reset is 0, set should be 1. For that particular thing, you may get set or reset, or you will get reset or set, depends upon the logic. What are the logic you are applying? You are applying whether it is for the NOR gate designing or whether it is for the NAND gate designing. For that particular thing, this status bits you have designed. So for that, if it is 0, 0, we have written Q and Q bar, or you have written here Q bar and Q value. If it is 0, 1, 1, 0, we have taken and we have written the respective value by using respective gate designing, that is NAND gate and NOR gate. So NAND gate is considered to be the active low, in which if it is given logic 0, then you will get the set. So as you can see here, for set it is 0. So this is called it as set condition. For active low pins, it is going to activate. For similarly, for reset, it is going to work for reset. This is for NAND gate approach. So we have seen that complete part, how it is going to work and all those things we have covered. Similarly, for the next part, that is nothing but NOR gate approach. In the NOR gate approach, we have seen when we had reset is 1, it is going to work for active high. So what is the meaning of active high? So whenever we are giving 1 for that particular value, it is going to operate. Like, see here, now for this particular part. When set is 1, it is going to work as set bit. When reset is 1, it is going for the reset bit. So these two things we have discussed. Even by using the clock pulse, we have seen how to design the SR flip-flop, right? Next concepts we are going to discuss is JK flip-flop. So first thing we need to do for three kind of part. One would be the block diagram, second would be the writing its truth table, third would be writing its function by using the clock pulses. So for that, first thing I'm writing its block diagram, how it is going to work. So first is we are giving J input, second we are giving K input, right? These are inputs. What are the outputs value we do have? One is Q, another is a Q bar. This is output 1, this is your output 2. So by giving two outputs, you are going to design and giving the clock pulse, right? Since we are saying it's a flip-flop, so we are designing JK flip-flop. That's our block diagram. So this is your first input, input 1, this is input 2. Input 1 is considered to be J, input 2 is considered to be the K, and here Q and Q bar, right? Same thing. So in SR flip-flop, the main problem what we do have is we are getting invalid or no change, or the bits is what? Invalid. For that particular thing, you want to eliminate this 0, 0 and 1, 1. For that, what we are doing, we are just want to pass JK flip-flop we are using, and we are passing to Q and Q bar. That's our output. Same thing, we are giving one clock pulse. But what is the difference in between SR and JK flip-flop? The first difference is truth table. So when we write J and K, so what is the first thing we are giving, students? So we are giving the clock pulse. We'll write the clock pulse over there. Next thing, we had the outputs. How many output is there? Q and Q bar. Next, we have to write its status, right? So what are the clock pulses? Suppose your clock pulses, so every time it is high. So we are representing with the help of an arrow. So combination of J and K is what? 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 and 1 and 1. So these are our 4 combinations. So we need to write the out status. So before writing the status, first thing you have to keep in your mind that since it is what? It is a sequential logic circuitry. Sequential circuitry. What is a sequential circuit means? It depends upon the past input, present input and the previous output. For these 3 values it is going to depend. Why it is going to depend on these 3? Because whenever you want to design any kind of flip-flop, whether it is JKSR, in that whatever the things, since it's a flip-flop, meaning of flip-flop would be, it is going to store a memory, a bit of information it's going to store. For that particular thing, we have to mention its 2 states. The reason for mentioning is what? Q and Q bar. Q is the state with the present. If you take the complement of that, it would be Q bar. So we have to take the combination like 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1. Next thing, we have to write its truth table output. So for writing this thing, we have to mention what are the values it's going to be present. So it's giving the values by using the clock pulses. So we have given the truth table for it. We gave J and K 2 inputs. J is just resembling like a S over here and K is resemble like a R, right? So we are using this 2 particular part. We have to write the status of the outputs. What is the status would be? Q and Q bar is there and we have to write the status value. So when both are 0, 0, what is the output we have to write? For writing this thing, what you can write? Q and Q bar is there, both are 0, 0, right? So this is, we are saying that Q. Again, this is we are saying that Q bar. Now we are saying suppose J is 0, K is 1. So we are writing a complement of it. It's 1 and 0. If it is J is 1 and K is 0. So we are writing suppose Q is 0. It can be 1. Likewise, when both are 1, 1. Since for both are 0, so what we have written? We have written Q and Q bar. When both are 1, 1. J is 1 and K is 1. But both the values are 1, 1. We can write it as Q bar and Q. These 2 values we can write. So now we have to write the status. So how do we write the status of these particular flip-flop? So for writing the status, first thing, when Q and Q bar is given, when both are 0, 0, we have to write what is the condition. So since Q is Q only, Q bar is again Q bar. So this is called no change. Whatever the outputs are there, that exactly is there. So no change is called it as hold condition. There is no value it is going to change. So when output is Q, again it is Q bar, Q only, right? As you can see here, output is not changing. Q is becoming Q itself. Q bar is of the complement would be the Q bar itself. When both the values are not changing, so we are writing as no change or hold. That's the first part we did. Second thing, we are writing Q is equals to 1 and Q bar is 0. So see here, J is equals to 0. So when J is 0, suppose if I am designing by using the NAND gate, what I can write for the NAND gate? For NAND gate or NOR gate, first thing we have to go for 2 kind of approach. When 0 is there and 1 is there, Q is becoming 1. So now what is the state of Q is what right now? 1. So that 1 is what? Complement of that would be 0. So when we are writing J is equals to 0 and the complement of that also 0, then it is called reset state. So we wrote it. This is what? Reset. Now similarly, now look into the J value again same. J is 1, right? So J is 1 means it is called as set state, right? Now similarly, when both are 1, 1, still same problem arises over here. When J is equals to 1 and K is equals to 1, that means J is equals to K is equals to 1, the state of that is called toggle here. Because it is going to find indeterminate state, means it is not going to determine the state. For infinite number of time it is becoming the same thing. Then this particular situation is called it as here toggle state. Okay, so this is the way we have mentioned the states of JK flip-flop. So what is the first thing we wrote it? We wrote it is the block diagram. Next we wrote its truth table. So see, truth table is important. How to design it? When both are 0, 0, so Q output of that would be the same Q and the output of second is Q bar is again Q bar. So since the states are not changing, then it is called no change or hold condition. That is the first thing. Second one, when J is equals to 0 and K is equals to 1, right? For this thing what we have said, we are only looking into this particular value. So when J is 0, it is called reset. When J is equals to 1, it is called it as set state. When both are 1, 1, so Q is becoming now Q complement. Q bar is becoming now Q, reverse of it. So this particular stage is called it as toggle stage when J and K is equals to 1. So there is one more concept we are going to see in that, race around condition. When we'll design and conversion of the flip-flop, when it comes, I'll explain you what is the meaning of this race around condition. Make a note of this thing. So next student, so after getting the race, this thing, truth table and the block diagram, next we are going to design the flip-flop. Flip-flop circuitry by using, I'm going for NAND gate for example. I'm using NAND gate approach. So in that what I'm doing, I'm taking one NAND gate input, another one, I'm taking one more NAND gate. Since it's cross coupled, so means what? I need to pass one more NAND gate here. Similarly, for this also I need to pass one more NAND gate, right? So here the input of first NAND gate should be passed to the output of next NAND gate. This is the Q bar state, that's the Q state. Similarly, the output of the first NAND gate should be passed to the input of the next NAND gate. And we'll give first input. What is the first input we do have? J. Next input, what is the next input we do have is K. Right? So both is passed to one common. What you're giving what? You're giving all the ends a clock pulse. So we have to mention this is what? Clock. Right? So clock pulse are various. Positive edge, negative edge or cell level sensitive. Any one clock pulse I'm passing. Since it is always or positive, I'm mentioning upper side, it's a what? Positive clock pulse or positive edge triggering clock pulse we give. Next thing, here, the extra thing what we are giving is, student, till now if it is like this, that it is behaving like an SR, right? SR also have the same. Here S input is given, here R input is given. But what's the difference with this? Here also we had the input of the first is passing to the output of the next. This is the extra connection we do have. Similarly, for this also the input of the K is passing to the output of the Q. So this is the way this JK flip-flop has been designed. That means the first input, if you see the input, the first input as passing to the Q bar, that means the output of the next NAND gate, right? If you design this much part, this part, then this is called it as what actually? Latches, right? SR latch. This latch we have taken and we have passed to two NAND gates. So when we had these two NAND gates, first is set, another is reset. If I don't give this line and this line, it's behaving like an SR flip-flop. Since it's JK flip-flop, for designing the JK flip-flop, what we are doing, we are taking the input of the first one is passing to the output of the next, that is Q bar. Similarly, the input of the K is passing to the output of the next first one. So this is the way your JK flip-flop has been designed. So in JK what we have seen first its complete block of it, second truth table, then this part. So student, next we will be having this is the second type of flip-flop we have learned, JK, and then third we do have is T flip-flop. Okay, so T flip-flop or toggle flip-flop. The first thing we have to write its block diagram. Since how many inputs we do have? It's single because it's a T. So we are giving single input and we are giving name as T. For designing flip-flop, what is an essential? Clock pulse must be there. So we are giving one clock pulse. We do have an output of Q and next output is Q bar. So we gave Q and Q bar. Next thing, after doing this thing, we have to design its toggle flip-flop. What is a toggle flip-flop? It is going to operate in a toggle condition. Whereas in JK we found, right, when J is equals to K is equals to 1, this is called toggle state. Likewise, a specific flip-flop has been designed so that whatever the conditions we will be having for toggle, that can be going to operate it. For that, we had taken T, only single input, and we are passing to Q and Q bar. And we just want to get the operation of it. For getting the operation, first thing, you have to get its function. So how do we get the function? For getting the function, we have to write its truth table. So truth table, we need to design for toggle flip-flop. For designing this thing, what is the first criteria we have to write? We have to write its circuitry representation. The first thing, I just want to write it circuitry representation and I just want to design it. For designing these things, we have two approaches by using NAND and NOR. So what is the first thing I'm doing? I'm using one direct, I'm giving two AND gates. Okay, I'm giving what? This is a clock pulse, right? Because we had single input. So first thing, I'm giving one clock pulse. Next thing, since we do have only single inputs, I'll short circuit this, right? This is a toggle. Till now we have seen input and clock. This is given. This is your input T, right? This is your first input 1. Input 1. Right? These are what? Output 1 and output 2. So we have given this 2. Next thing, we want to design by using T. For designing this T, what is the essential part we have? We have to design by using NOR gate. So NOR gate would be bubbles, this end and this end. So first thing, short circuit is done, then bubble is given. Next thing, for using the NAND gate, what is the two thing we have to give? Likewise, what you have given here, same, complete circuitry would be the same. So same thing, I'll do it. I'll take one NAND gate, I'll pass the input for this, and the second output of that will be cross coupled and given to the next NAND gate. Likewise, I give it. Second, the input of this will be passed to the output of the first one. And one more thing, I have to get a connection from this, right? So for that, suppose I have a connection like this, I gave it. And one more, this input of this will be passed to the output of the Q bar. This is your Q. Likewise, here also, input of the first NAND gate is passing to the output of the next NAND gate. This is a circuitry representation for toggle flip-flop or T flip-flop. So in the T flip-flop, basically truth table also we do have, but you understand what's the difference of this JK flip-flop with toggle flip-flop. In JK we had two inputs, right? This two J and K we have short circuiting and making as single input as T, and its clock pulse we are giving. So same thing, this is what like latch only for common NAND gate latch. So this is the latch we had. That one, when we are passing to this particular two NAND gates, becoming the flip-flop by giving the clock pulse. Next thing, we are making the short circuit of J and K and giving one T state is toggle state. It's working, we will see. Truth table and working, we will see in the next class. So first thing, how do T will be designed? What is the use of T? T will be designed in order to overcome the drawback of this J and K. When J is equals to K is equals to 1, for that particular state we said that it is toggle flip-flop, toggle condition. How do we get the toggle condition where we can eliminate that one? We can eliminate by using master-slave kind of flip-flops. We had that also the concept. Before doing that, so toggle flip-flop, only the thing we have making short circuit of it by giving the two clock pulses, single clock pulses to both the NAND gate. So this is the T flip-flop using NAND gate. Same thing we can design by using NOR gate also. So that's how. So we seen in today's class the JK flip-flop, its truth table and designing, and toggle, just we have seen the designing and truth table and the application of it, and one more we left with the flip-flop. That is the fourth flip-flop, delay flip-flop or D flip-flop we are going to see in the next class. Thank you. So it's continuation of your classes. So before starting the next class, you make sure that you have watched the first one, SR flip-flop video. That's the continuation we do have in JK and T flip-flop. Without the SR flip-flop, you may not understand the in-depth of it. Like you cannot understand what's a JK. So this is, to understand this JK, you should have the idea of SR flip-flop. Then SR flip-flop, we do have discussed JK, then T. If you know the T, then only D flip-flop is going to be understandable for you. So these things are complete chain of the flip-flop. So before starting to the next one, you have to make a note of it and try to make your own handwriting notes to understand its truth table. Every truth table having a specific conditions. How to eliminate that conditions? We are proceeding with the different types of flip-flops.